Hey peeps, it's Julian here from Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. We're on question 4 from the 2018 Maths Lits Paper 1, the grade 11 paper, and this question deals with road map reading and answering questions to do with a road map. Okay, so the first question is, write down the name of the city where roads 84, 91, and 95 meet. So if you look at the map, we have this road 84 over here, which runs up here to this 84. Then you can see 91 is this road that goes up over here, and 95, which is this road over here, which comes up there. So you can see that these three roads meet over here, and this is in the city of Hartford. So if the first answer for 4.1.1 is Hartford. Okay, and then moving on to 4.1.2. So this question asks us, using the given scale, determine the actual distance in miles between Buffalo and Albany if the distance on the map between those two places is 7.5 centimeters. So they've given us what the distance was measured physically with a ruler, which would be 7.5 centimeters. And we can identify that the scale is down here. So what you need to do is take your ruler and measure how far it is from 0 to this 100-mile mark. So I can't demonstrate that on the computer, but I put my ruler on my physical copy of the paper, and I measure from here to here is approximately 2.5 centimeters. So we can say that your scale is 2.5 centimeters is equal to 100 miles in real life. Okay, so now we need to find out how much 1 centimeter is. So if we divide both sides by 2.5, we get that 1 centimeter equals, so 100 divided by 2.5 into your calculators is 40 miles. Okay, so what this tells us is that for every 1 centimeter measured on the map, it represents 40 miles in real life. So then, therefore, the distance of 7.5 centimeters. Okay, so that's what they said the distance between Buffalo and Albany is 7.5 centimeters. So it will be the 40 miles, which is what 1 centimeter is, multiplied by the 7.5 centimeters. And so 40 times 7.5 in your calculators comes to 300 miles. And this is your final answer. So just as a recap, we found out what the scale is, we measured it, then we wanted to find out if we're using the scale, if 1 centimeter equals 40 miles, how much would 7.5 centimeter is. So we take the 7.5 centimeters, we multiply it by our scale of 40 miles equals 1 centimeter, and we get a final answer of 300 miles. Okay, then the next question is, identify the roads that Bandy will use to travel from Scranton to Albany. So we need to identify Scranton on the map. So you can see here is Scranton, and Albany is the town up here represented by this dot. So there are two ways. You can either go in the 81, then the 88, and then a bit of the 90. But the less amount of roads would just be to use the 84. So from Scranton, you go on the road 84 and you go up on the 87. So both of those answers will be accepted, but for me, I'm just going to write down 1.4.3, and it's going to be roads 84 and roads 87. So those are the two roads that I picked. So again, it's 84 and 87. Okay. And then 4.1.4, this is a directions question. So 4.1.4, it says, write down the compass direction when traveling from Hartford to Boston. So Hartford is over here, Boston is over here, so it is in that direction. Now we need to identify where the compass is on the map. So you can see here is the compass, so north is up. So we need to, if you see from Hartford to Boston is in that sort of direction. You can see it goes from there to there. So on the compass it's like that. So if we know it's this line that goes between north and east, which is known as northeast. So the answer here is northeast. And just remember, if it's a compass, if it's between the two main, either like north, east, south, or west, it's always either the north or the south that comes first, followed by the east or the west. So in between northeast or in between north and east will be northeast. So that's why this is northeast. And then on to 4.1.5. This question says, identify the road that will help you travel from New York to the far west of the map. So again, we identify that New York is down here. And if we look at our compass, west is in this direction. So it's going to go across the map like this. So if we want to go from New York to the far west, which is down here, we can see there's one road coming out of New York, and it's this road, road 80. So it's coming from New York to the far west, and the answer is road 80. So as I said, it's going to be road 80. And then finally on to 4.1.6. It says, determine the probability of randomly selecting a road on the map with an even number. So we now have to identify what road names there are. So if we look at this map, we can see that it goes up in order. So the road map, the roads are, if you see the symbol here, is a little shield with a sort of black cap at the top. So this number 17 does not count as a road because it's not the symbol for a road. So we now need to find out what roads there are. Okay, so it says determine the probability of randomly selecting a road on the map with an even number. So for this one, I'm going to need a bit more space in this, so I'm going to erase these first two questions just to make space. Okay, so I'm going to rather do our 4.1.6 up here. The reason being is that to find out the probability, we just need to list all the roads on the map so we can get a total and then identify which of those are even. So you can see that we start down here, we've got a 76. So the reason why I'm writing them down is so that we don't count any of them twice. So we have 76. Try and get it in order as possible. It doesn't have to be in order because the next one is a 79. Then I see there's a 80. And then up there's also a 81. So you can see over here it's 80, 81. I see there's a 78. And so I'm going to put 78. There's also there's 84, which hasn't been counted, and an 86 up here. So 84 and 86. There's also a 87 and 88 over there. So 87 and 88. And from 88 there's onto 90, which is this massive road that goes along there. So there is the 90. And then after 90, so now don't forget that a road is marked with this shield. So this here doesn't count, the 17, because it's not the symbol for a road. But this 390 does, which is in there. So before we get about it, there's also 390. There is a 495 down in New York. 495. So we've done 90. We haven't done 91 yet, which is over there. So 91. And we haven't included 89, which is up here. 89 and a 93. So 89 and a 93. And there's also a 95. And that seems like all of them. I don't think I've missed any. So if we count, there are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 total roads. You can see that none of them have been repeated and that we've written all of them. So the total roads is equal to 16. Now we need to identify which of these are even. So this is even, that's even, that's even, that's even, that's even, that's even, even, and even. So then we count up this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they asked us the probability of an even number. So the even roads is equal to 8. So then, therefore, a probability is equal to 8 out of 16. So it's the total number of possible roads. And then we take the number that is in the selection criteria, which they said randomly selecting a road on the map with an even number. So our selection criteria is the even numbers. So as we demonstrated, we counted 8 of them out of a possible 16. So 8 out of 16, and we can just leave it like that, is the final answer. Before I go, I just want to give a special thanks to our epic sponsors for making this video possible. Read all about them in the description below. Be sure to visit our website for more of these epic tutorials. Remember, if you can't find the answer to your question, send us your question and we'll respond with a personalized video just for you. And until next time, stay epic.